action plan on the 19th in here.
Are they doing that in here?
Yeah. So we would,
On our time slot?
yes, 6:30 or 6 or something like that. But it's
Will
going to
they
be
be done
going
by
till
7?
7:30. It's going to be like an hour and a half. And I know public safety, the fire department uses it.
Okay, so what's the week after that?
That would be the 26th.
Day after Christmas?
That's Christmas.
Yes, it is. That's, yeah. I'm trying to think if the 19th could work in some world.
Could we use the conference room?
We certainly could. I just worry about it being a little cramped if we have a lot of people, but
I don't, seems like it's
the applicant and
the
engineers,
applicant,
yeah.
the engineer, the owners. It's
Yeah.
usually full, so I
It's not
think
many people.
we can shoot for it, and we may not have a full board anyways.
Yeah.
It's a weird time of the month.
It is.
Ooh, okay, that's gonna be, yeah. We can get it to work, but I'm going to be away the week of the 11th to the 15th. So my first day back will be the 18th, so I'm going to need to post the agenda for this next week. So it's just gonna be, I can figure it out.
Okay.
We can do it. I can make it
All
work.
right, so why don't we have a motion to continue to December 19th? And if it changes, it's going to change. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
So, but in the back meeting room?
In the back meeting room.
Okay.
So motioned.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, up next, 895 Salem Street, acceptance of the as-built, reduction of the bond, close out the escrow once all outstanding invoices have been paid. That would be Daniels and Baldini site.
Yes, correct. So in your packet, so the printer and I were fighting. So your last 3 documents are the plans. So the second set of plans you have is their as-built. And then within your meeting packet, you will see the TEC's comments on the project.
I went by the site today and took some pictures. I knew some of the conversation back with TEC was about curbing that need to be reinstalled or something, right? Where the gravel was.
If you take a look at their most recent comments dated November 16th, the only comment that referred to us really was in regards to the parking space underneath the, like where the lumber storage was. It's comment number 4.
I saw that today, too. It looked like it
Yeah.
was just temporary use, storage of plywood.
Yeah, that was the last comment that TEC had.
But it
that-
also, there was a dumpster, comments on the dumpster, and I don't see the problem with the
Yeah,
dumpster the
and that
way it
was
was.
more up to the fire department and gas inspector rather than us, I thought.
Oh, right, just because it's right next to the propane tank, so.
You wanna say it?
Yes.
And I knew they were redoing the spot out front, the handicap spot.
Yes,
So I also got a picture of that. They ripped it out. They're just waiting for, I guess, Johnson Paving to
Yeah.
pave it, so. And I thought there was one more comment about the dumpster used to be here, and I guess I asked him about the appliances, and they have a daily removal company that comes and grabs them. But he would like to use that for snow storage.
There's no runoff.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that was what his snow storage was, where the dumpster is. So he moved the dumpster over so he can gain more
Yeah.
snow storage.
No, I mean, I'd rather have the snow storage out that way than next to the propane tanks, so, yeah. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
because the comments were,
What if something happens, you need to get to the propane tanks, then it's
They
covered,
got
it's
two-
covered with a snow mound.
they got bollards in there, and
Yeah.
that'd be easy, hit with a plow or something. So, Any other comments? I think the site looks nice.
Yeah, I think they did a nice job with it.
Yep. So can I have a motion to accept the as-built? Just one thing, so should we do a motion to accept if we're going to do so, and then contingent on the paving being laid down for that handicap space?
It's up to the board. I think that's more so under the purview of the ADA coordinator or official. So and Sam is
I know. So
very much
Sam-
aware of it.
All right, so then I would say,
So it's up to the board, on what they would want to do.
so Sam's gonna have final approval on that handicap side. I think it was off like 2/100ths of
Right.
an inch. It was minute, but it still had followed under
Mm-hmm.
ADA. So if it doesn't pass, it doesn't pass.
Right.
And they've already, started to redo it, so.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to take, I guess, like, action surrounding it, it would be Sam, but it wouldn't be in his zoning officer capacity. It would be in his ADA coordinator capacity.
Be under the building department
Yeah,
umbrella,
rather than like when does enforcement for us.
Okay.
But, and I know that they're working on it, so.
So, do I have a motion?
All right, I'll make a motion to accept the as-built for 895 Salem Street with a reduction of the bond and close out of the escrow once all outstanding invoices have been paid.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, 895 Salem Street, motion passes. Next up, 273137 Wood Street, A&R lot line change. Is the applicant here?
Yes.
This is a full-size set of plans at the, in your meeting packet. Oh, but G has plans.
I think Jay has a full set of plans. Oh, a sign-off plan. So what's the adjustment? Didn't we just approved this, what, last year? 2 years ago?
The original endorsement for this lot, that was numbered 4P, was endorsed, I think, in 2021, maybe? And we were looking to remove a portion of it that's behind number 31 Wood Street, to combine that area of land with 31 Wood Street, and then replace the area of land with some other space further back. So it doesn't make any changes to the existing frontage on any of the lots. It doesn't really change anything other than we had to show some compliance with their new lot shape regulations, which are these hashed areas on the rear of the lots.
What's the advantage of changing the lot line?
The advantage was that the abutter at 31 Wood Street, their house was, I can't really read that number, but it's about 20 feet off the rear property line. So they wanted some more privacy, an assurance of more privacy. So we're going to convey this portion of land to them.
And that's gonna meet area, okay.
Yeah, it increases the area, and as you can see, the lots are able to fit that shape factor within them, so they meet our bylaw. The frontage doesn't change or anything like that.
All right. Motion to accept the lot line adjustment?
I'll make a motion to accept the lot line adjustment on 273137 Wood Street.
I'll second that.
All in favor? All right,
Thank you.
we'll sign it, we can sign it now, right? There's three of us.
3 out of 5.
Can I grab that?
And then, this is the sheet. Is that pen blue?
Yes.
We need black.
Here's a black Sharpie.
I got a black Sharpie.
This is also blue.
Oh, perfect. Here we go.
Why can't we use blue?
I know that the registry sometimes says no blue, so I try to make sure people don't have to come back and I have to chase them all down. But then I've also heard that they prefer blue, so they know it's an original, so I can.
Take it away.
So I'll get that timestamps tomorrow.
Did you sign it?
Yes, please, I don't want to hold on to it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good luck. I skipped over 833 Salem Street, 15 Nelson Street, because we don't have a quorum for that. We're going to kick that one down the road to whatever the next date is.
Okay.
20 Bear Hill Road, close out escrow account on that one.
Yeah, so that's the cell tower, up at Cedardale, 20 Bear Hill Road. They are hoping to have that up and running, late spring, early summer. So I just, knowing that, and the peer reviews have all been done and paid for, so I just want to clear our accounts, make sure people are getting paid in a timely manner and not have accounts sit on our books for longer than they need to.
But are they done yet?
No, but the board didn't do construction monitoring for it,
All right.
and no bond either, which wouldn't be within the 53G escrow account anyway, but we had TEC do the peer review for the planning board, and then for zoning board, I can't remember the name. I think it was IDK Communications did like the radio frequency peer review. So this is just closing out the planning board's peer review through TEC.
Okay. Motion to fly that one, close out the escrow account, 20 Bear Hill Road, formerly known as Cedardale.
And, I'll make a motion to close out the escrow on 20 Bear Hill Road.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Next up, Homestead Lane, 30-foot no-cut issue along Cannon Hill Ave. So Wally Sorensen was supposed to go out, take a look, take some pictures, get back to the board. I haven't heard anything. Andy hasn't got anything, no emails. Chris? any-
Nope.
Oh, I know, he said he was going out, but we haven't had any dialogue between us. So in the best interest of all parties involved, I think we, my feeling is, I don't know if the board agrees that we should wait until Wally comes back, because I have I have no input. I didn't go out to take a look.
Right, not many either.
So, I mean. Right, no, I understand what your perspective is on the whole agenda. It's just, our board member that went out there, we have no feedback. So it's only gonna be a one-sided view as of tonight. And when he comes back, he's probably gonna wanna hear the dialogue between you again, so my idea is, why waste your time until we get, feedback? I have no idea, and the board has no idea, and the town planner has,
So in the meantime, what you're saying is, in the meantime, between now and then, we get together with Wally, right? That nothing can happen up there, right?
nothing can happen.
Nothing can happen, no trees can be cut.
Nope, nothing. I don't see that party here tonight anyways. So, I will say, one of the interested parties did give us a petition for 2015 of the members that were against the subdivision, Annie. He dropped them off,
Yep,
and we all have it.
it's in the file.
So it's in the file, so you have it? I just
Yep.
wanted to enter that into,
Yeah, it's already in the file.
okay. So this is,
The reason that I dropped that off was,
Would you be able to step up to the microphone and state your name and address, please?
Craig Weaver, 25 Cannon Hill Avenue. The reason that I dropped that off is to show that back before there was even any construction started, we had concerns about water runoff. And when Wally gets back to you, I'm sure he's going to show you the pictures, and it's pronounced, it's definitely, there isn't even a question. That's what's happening up there. And now the current homeowner is cutting more and more and more of the buffer zone. They took about a dozen trees the last time. They've got 9 to 11
9 to 11
marked to cut again now.
but they're not touching them.
But our fear is, the more they've cut, I mean, if you compare the pictures to, I believe Ann's got them, to what it looked like before and what it looks like now, it's been stripped. And now the water issues are becoming more and more and more pronounced. And what we're basically asking of the board, in case I can't make it back the next time for the next meeting, is to stop what's going on now and take corrective action that should have been taken a long time ago.
Well, it was already ceased, right? Cease and desist on any more tree cutting until we have answers of what's going on, unless we clearly stated there are dead trees out there, if I remember correctly. But
So if you take a
think he
look
also has-
at, so the homeowners at 6 Homestead Lane did have a tree service go out and take a look at the property and do an evaluation of the trees like the board had asked. That is in your meeting packet. There are dead ash trees that they want to remove. There's, what was it? There's dead ash tree, it's in your meeting packet. So there are dead trees that they want to get removed.
Yeah, we saw those before.
It wasn't all dead trees that was taken down the first time. And
I would still just let them, I would say, don't take anything down until
Well,
this is resolved.
no, I understand, but I just also, the way the covenant is written, hold on, sorry, I just want to make sure I'm quoting it correctly. Yeah, that they have to be approved prior to the board before approval, but it doesn't really give the board the right to say that, to deny them from cutting trees that might potentially fall on their home. Because then that would open the board up to liability if they have a tree
that would be every tree up there.
Well,
Only
that's,
if they're dead, and that's what the arborist has come up. That's what we requested, that they go out there with an arborist, is to make the determination whether or not they're dead. I know our building inspector went out there and looked at them, and he said they looked dead to him, but he's only a building inspector, so he recommended the arborist. And that's why they went to the tree service.
But I think they made their intentions, well, not him, his father, made the intentions that, basically, he was standing at the top of the hill taunting my wife and I, going, poison ivy, ticks, it's all going, choppy, choppy. I'm not getting sucked into that, so I just ignored him, but, I mean, the intention is to clear it, and that's what's gonna happen. We're having serious issues now, the neighboring properties having, Wally will show you the pictures, serious washouts on the neighboring property as well, from the top of the hill. It's getting worse and progressively worse. It's been pretty much clear, the undergrowth has all been cut out, the saplings have been cut out, and now the trees are going. This is a concern we had, as you can see from the petition, back in 2015. And basically, we were told, too bad. No measures were taken to protect us from water runoff. The buffer zone was originally supposed to be 75 feet, and then it went back to 50 feet, and then it went back to 30 feet. And now we don't even have the 30 feet, because the fence got moved into the buffer zone, and all the vegetation on the inside of the fence, which was reported to the board at the time. And the answer that I got was, well, if you want to hire a surveyor and prove it. When a board member was called out there while it was ongoing. So we just don't feel like there's been any consideration given to the welfare of our properties or our homes or anything else through this whole thing. If you're gonna build a house 20-something feet in elevation higher than the house below it, then what should have happened was the board said, should have said, well, come back to us with a plan to protect those homes that are in the runoff zone. Never did.
So whose
Nothing.
home is 20 feet higher than everybody else's?
There,
Six Homestead.
it's about 20 feet higher in elevation than our property is.
I didn't even realize it because I never really got a chance to walk on their property, but when I went through the buffer zone, oh, I'm sorry.
So do we have do we have the engineering reports? There's nothing we can do about it now. It's not like you're gonna rip it down, you know what I mean?
I understand that, but we'd like to see that area restored to what it was, to at least give us some kind of a, some kind of buffer, an actual buffer in the buffer zone.
And again,
You can't just keep removing all the vegetation and expect nothing to happen.
I think I wanna stop you there. I think it's the board's intention to wait until we have the board member that actually
Okay,
went out
I
and took a look.
understand
I
that.
mean, I can feel your frustration and I sympathize with it, but until we have the documentation that we need as well, so I would ask if we can have a site plan on that. Do we have any stormwater management reports on?
Yeah, it went through peer review engineering.
So do we have the report on peer review? So it said Woody Cammett, so,
Yeah, we still have it. It's in the file. I can provide it for the next meeting.
so until we can get our eyes and
Yeah.
teeth into that, so it's an approved plan with, a peer review engineer.
Right.
So
I
it
totally
basically-
understand. I'm just hoping what you understand that our expectations are is that we're gonna be made whole, the damage is gonna be mitigated. Something's going to happen, other than, oh, well, too bad.
Again, I can't,
Right, I
I'm
understand
one
that,
of a
but just
five-member board,
So
unfortunately.
you know where we're coming from.
I know where you're coming
The
from.
damage is ongoing, it's obvious. I could take a freshman from the Aggie forestry class and bring them out there, and they go, oh, damn, look at the runoff. Look at the damage that's being done. So it's kind of a no-brainer as to what's happening right now. So what we're looking for is this to be mitigated. We were promised trees would be planted up there. They released the bond. They were gonna make the developer pay to plant trees up there. That's in the records. And we went back and we said, well, what's with the trees? Oh, we released the bond, sorry, too bad.
Again, I mean, this
Right,
is a whole
but
different
this is all
board.
in the records. So, yeah, I guess you don't get the tree, sorry, It's just, nothing has been done to ensure the welfare of our properties through this entire thing, all the way back to 2015. Not one effort has been made. Now, like I said, the damage is visible, there's no denying it. So, that's where we're coming from, just so you guys know. You guys weren't here, you didn't know anything about it. But that's where we're at, so you know what our mindset is on the whole issue.
All right,
All right, thank you.
yep.
Thank you.
We're just gonna,
Explain who you are and what's going on.
Yeah, like we said, we're happy to hear you now. Obviously, you've come down here. We don't want to, make this a waste of time for you to come down here tonight, and we appreciate that. But if you want to come back the next meeting as well, we would be happy to hear you in that meeting as well. Yeah.
I'd just like to say, I wish that years ago that we had a board like this, Because after, when I sat through the last meeting, and that, the gentleman that came up against, you found every single thing that could go wrong, like you picked everything. It wasn't just a, oh, yeah, well, we know he's gonna give him $80,000 to the town or something, so let's just, I mean, if we had had you on the board at the time, we may not, that place would have never been built. I'm telling you right now. That's all I had to get that out. I had to get that out after all these years.
You got to understand, I think, the board also weighed heavily on the peer review engineer as well, so I haven't seen the documentation. I'd like to see it. There's stormwater management
I did not
plan.
realize, because I have never gone through the buffer zone and into those people's yards before, like on 6 and the one on the other side, because we were always never really, you can't even walk up the banking to get up into the Homestead Lane Road. And I'm looking at it going, no wonder there's water. I mean, it's like this. It's unusable yard for them. They just go from there to the backyard. It's like, whoever ever designed that? And really, again, I know you didn't design it. I just like, as
We don't
home-
design, we approve or deny. That's,
You didn't approve it. The existing board did.
Right.
Without any consideration to anyone. So we have our things about boards, so. If you could have seen the back in the day, this whole place was just, I mean, there was a mob.
we've seen it before.
Yeah, we've had our fair share of mobs. But I would encourage you all, if you can, please, excuse me, please make the next meeting as well, when we review that.
So it's going to be the 19th as of now.
Are we able to request to have the homeowner in question that's doing the tree removal attend as well?
Yep.
So I'd like to have them present, if we can.
Just one more point. I know the board has been told that they were not aware that it was a no-cut zone. They were. When they first moved in, they started cutting down everything back from the fence, and I went up and I said, hey, guys, this is a no-cut zone, just so you know. Oh, we've been told we can do this. And then they claim they still didn't know when they cut down the last dozen trees they cut down. Yes, they did. They did know. They were very well aware it was a no-cut zone, so I said, it's right on your plot plan, please look at it, and they continued anyway, so, we had no idea it was a no-cut zone thing isn't right, so.
Okay.
Andy, this is the covenant that you were
Please.
speaking of? That's for this 30-foot buffer zone?
Please, Ann?
Good evening. My name's Daniela Ritchie, and I live at 20 Cannon Hill Avenue. I'm here because I just learned of the issue with the Homestead Lane properties. I'm here because I'm getting water in my home, and also that I was advised by an appraiser from my insurance company, the soil underneath my home is being washed away. And I'm a little concerned because the water from up the development, I know we have had a lot of rain, is coming down and is washing away my foundation, and I just don't know what to do. So that's my issue as far as everything goes on this.
So I've got a question for you. The
Sure.
insurance company told you that your soil's,
Yes, sir. They told me, so I had mold and water coming into the front, from the front of my home. I had them come out, and actually, when you step on my cellar floor, or basement floor, one part you can feel it's solid, and when he stepped over to the corner of my house, it echoed. And he told me that the foundation is, they denied my claim, basically, and they said that the foundation is being washed away, not the foundation, the soil underneath the foundation. And I also had another gentleman, a contractor, come out and take a look. I'm getting cracks in my ceiling now in my house. My house is slanting, and cracks in the basement floor as well. And I was told that was from water. I know we've had a lot of rain this past season, but I'm getting more and more concerned and after hearing about this issue with the vegetation being cut down, I don't know what to do,
so how old the house is there? 8?
Yeah, if it's 15, so that's 8 years, right? So,
Settled.
yeah.
So that's my gripe.
Okay.
Thank you, I appreciate listening to me.
No, thank you.
All right, so I motion to put this on, what's December 19th is our next meeting?
Yes.
We all going to fit in that conference room now? Well, you know what, if it gets crowded like that, we'll
Can we flip?
stand in the hallway until it's time to come in.
Yeah,
I
if,
guess,
you know, do
all right.
shifts.
Yeah, let's say, can we just push the start time to 7:30 instead of 7? Will that give enough time?
Well, what if that meeting carries over? Listen, I like my room here, just as much as you
One
do.
second, let me,
Can we kick them over to the conference room
no,
at 7:30?
nope. I think it's supposed to end at 7:30.
Excuse me?
I think it's supposed to end at 7:30.
So by the time people are like shaking hands and kissing babies and...
Say, can we do,
Are you crazy? We'll have it in the conference room at 7. She wants to go home and...
are we able to put the dividers in this room to utilize 2 halves of this room?
These dividers do not exist anymore.
Oh, okay.
The runner exists, but the dividers do not
I didn't
exist
know if
anymore.
they're high man the curtain over there.
I mean, we could probably do,
Why don't we start, can we start in the conference room and end up here? Short recess?
no, I don't think so. I don't think we could do that.
We'll have it in the conference room.
Yeah.
This is getting way too
Yeah.
complicated.
Okay.
All right, so a motion
We'll find room
to,
for everybody.
motion to fly this to the 19th,
I'll make a motion to
Homestead.
continue the discussion on Homestead Lane until our next meeting on December 19th at 7 PM in the conference room.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we're gonna get the abutter in question with these trees,
Yeah, I'll
Stormwater
email them.
management
I don't know if
report.
they're,
Yeah,
site plan, so we can take a look at that. Thank you.
yep.
Yep.
Thank you, appreciate you guys coming down.
What's
I'm
that?
sorry?
You can,
the-
you can email Annie for that stuff?
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah, the
yeah.
meeting minutes are all public record.
Right.
So, yeah, yeah.
Up next is the approval of the June 20th, 23 meeting minutes. Did everybody have a chance to take a look at them?
Excellently written.
All right. Motion to accept the June 20th, 23 meeting minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Town planner update and other items not reasonably anticipated at this time.
All right, not much new. It's really just actually that housing production plan engagement session is going to be on December 19th here. It will start at 6 if you want to spend a marathon amount of time here at Town Hall. It's to go over, you know, what type of housing the town does want to see, doesn't want to see, where they want to see it, and things like that. MVPC is working on this with us, so they're very familiar, you know, with Groveland, they're local. Yeah,
Annie, I skipped something.
yeah, you did.
I did 929, 931 Salem Street, review of vaulted plans.
Yep, so,
I have not had a time to look at these yet.
yeah, in your packet, this time TEC has sent over their first round of comments, which I did send off to the applicants. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you. I did send off to the applicants. I'm sorry, the applicant's engineer, lawyer, and then the last meeting, the board had asked for an update from the building inspector, and his was, sorry, one second, let me just pull it up. I forgot to. The last thing you received was from the attorney, and it basically just said that the tanks are coming September 6th. The vault plan is going to planning hopefully on Monday. It has to be peer reviewed after we are moving forward with everything. So that was the last update that Sam had received from them.
When do they plan on putting in the vault?
I mean, it's still going through engineering review, so I don't know.
You guys, you review that yet?
I have not had a chance to
Yeah, I
review it.
mean, I wanted the full set, so. All right, sorry about that, but I didn't want to let that just fly off the agenda.
So do we need to continue that?
I mean, there's no approval that
there's
the
no
board
approval.
needs to do.
Okay.
But we still want to see the comments from TEC.
Right.
So I would say, why don't we put it on the next agenda when TEC's done with their comments? Was there more to your update, or was that it?
No, that was it.
Wow. Next meeting, we already know, it's going to be December 19th.
We approve the minutes?
You all right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. Getting old.
No, I'm all turned around, you're jumping around.
So, please, now it's my fault. Everything's my fault. Motion to end the meeting.
So motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Meeting ends at 7:45.